Hey guys, Pete Weintraub, permanent weight loss specialist here. What if I told you that most folks have an inverse value system, and as a result, they'll splurge on items that provide no real value to their lives, but will skimp on products or services that will actually benefit their livelihood? And what if the number one thing you should be investing the most money in is sitting right there with you right now? Let's face facts with facts. Most folks don't spend their money wisely. They'll splurge on a fancy car. The US average is $499 per month per car. A country club membership. The US average of $520 per month. Expensive shoes, clothing, and accessories. And since I'm dating a woman in her late 20s and she's resold quite a bit of this stuff for very close to what she originally paid for it, I know firsthand how expensive and how frivolous a lot of these items really are. Of course, spending a lot of money on material things that are supposed to show status are just that, status symbols. Think about it for a second. If you need a car to drive to and from work and perhaps to chauffeur a couple of kids around and run some typical errands, do you really need the Porsche or the Range Rover with all the bells and whistles when a Toyota or a Jeep would do just as well, if not better, with a significant reduction in maintenance costs between gas, monthly payments, and repairs? The correct answer is no. You don't really need that fancy car or cars with all the bells and whistles, by the way. These days, we can go to a number of gyms for just $10 a month. There are millions, literally millions, of free fitness and nutrition plans online. All we have to do is Google to get access to them. And yet, a recent study came out showing that 2 billion, with a B, people worldwide weren't just overweight, but obese. Why is this, when all the information we need is right at our fingertips? Well, it's simple. It's so easy to live a decadent lifestyle and as a result to waste our money. You're more than likely living in a world of abundance. It may not always feel like it when you have to pay your monthly bills, but how much of what's being paid for is actually necessary? It's one thing when you have an abundance of money and can afford all the luxury items money can buy while having plenty left over. It's another when your health is suffering, you're overweight, you need help, and the price tag for your fitness and your nutrition is all you care about when you're starting your journey. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should spend money on products or services that you can't afford. Quite the contrary, really. I'm saying that we often spend a lot of money on items that don't improve our quality of life and then skimp on products or services that will improve our quality of life. There's one thing in the world you should be investing as much money as possible in to improve: yourself. Showing off a fancy car or a fancy accessory isn't going to improve your life. It may make you feel like a Superman or a Supergirl, but after the euphoria of having this hot new item wears off, what are you left with? I'll tell you what you're left with. A big ass bill. Most people think that bargain shopping is going to get them the best service, the best result when it comes to losing weight and improving health. In my line of work, that's far from the truth. What happens to that $10 monthly membership when you've had a long day and you just want to go home, bum out on the couch, and eat junk food? Where's the incentive to go with just $10 invested? The same holds true if you have good health insurance and it covers almost the entire cost of a visit to a dietitian or a nutritionist. If there's hardly any money coming out of your pocket, I can assure you there will be missed visits, and unless you're on welfare and your life literally depends on your making healthy changes fast, the dietary plan that's laid out for you will more than likely fall by the wayside. Investing in your health is so important. To use a personal example, I used to have pretty bad aches, pains, and stiffness in my back, my hips, and my knees from years of powerlifting. Back in my late teens and early 20s, I used to lift some serious weight, which put a lot of undue stress on my spine. After having an x-ray done a few years ago, I had multiple doctors tell me that my spine had degenerated to the same point of the average 55-year-old man, and I was barely 25 at the time. What I was told is that I can't reverse the damage that's already been done, but I can maintain my current position. So it was around the time that I began paying regularly for both acupuncture and chiropractic visits out of my own pocket. My health insurance is garbage and only covered the chiropractic minus the copay. When I started doing both, I was going to the acupuncturist once a week for $99 a visit and the chiropractor for $30 a visit with my copay. The result was $129 per week or $516 per month. Was this expensive for me at the time? Yes. Was it worth it? Hell yes. Today, I rarely have to go to either specialist. Between the help I got in these two practices, as well as by doing yoga and including flexibility training in my workouts on a very regular basis from that point forward, I'm virtually pain-free for the first time since my mid-teens. On the contrary, my 100-pound weight loss journey took me 6 years. There were lots of stops and starts with quite a bit of research and trial and error before I found what worked. Had I stopped frivolously spending money on going out to dinner all the time and impulsively buying shit off Amazon, and instead allocated those funds towards finding answers and getting help for myself, then I'm sure I would have reached my goals in a lot less time. Moral of the story, you are your biggest asset. While I can understand having bragging rights around the boys and the nail salon, whatever, I don't know your life, it's important to have your priorities in order. If your health is suffering as a result of your weight and you truly need help, then it would be wise to cut back on the frivolous expenses and begin allocating those funds towards something that will truly benefit you. Take it from someone who sputtered quite a bit on his weight loss journey. Don't do it yourself. I'm fortunate I'm a special kind of stubborn bastard who didn't fully throw in the towel at any point, but that doesn't mean you have to suffer. If you need help, don't sell yourself short. You deserve to live a long, healthy, and happy life. So in the spirit of this video, of this podcast, whoever you're ingesting this, if you're ready to take that first step on your health and weight loss journey, then you're really going to want to download my free report. With 10 years of experience, 7 different fitness and nutrition certifications, and a sustained weight loss of 100 pounds, I think I know a thing about this permanent weight loss thing. This report will provide you with the 5 strategies that I personally used to lose 100 pounds and keep them off. These are the same 5 strategies that I give to my permanent weight loss clients, and they're the basis for losing weight and getting healthy once and for all. To get your free copy, please go to weightlossbypete.com/5, that's the number 5, strategies. That's also included in the comments below. That's weightlossbypete.com/5 strategies. Until tomorrow.